Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by my partner in crime, the man in black, the one, the only, the man they call Derek.
Yo.
We are here to bring you guys our AEW Full Gear review. This was a show I was kind of looking forward to it. The closer and closer we started getting to it, just because of different people being involved, different matchups.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: I think the show delivered on the whole.
Yeah, better than what I thought it would have been. I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Facts. If you guys are in, you want to support the podcast or the YouTube channel, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, even after the fact, even if you're in the chat. And if you're in the chat, get interactive. I want to hear your thoughts on a lot of these matches. We're going to try and pick and choose and go through this. I know it's late for some people, so we're going to try and hang in there, but we also want to give a thorough review. And if you're listening to the audio version, leave us a 5-star review. Helps out with more people seeing the podcast. If you've left one on Spotify, go over to Google Podcast and leave us one. If you left one on Google, go to Apple, vice versa. Good pods. We can always use some good feedback on there. We are in their top 100 wrestling podcasts, so show us some love with that. Let's get into this intro and get ready to talk AEW Full Gear. Clank.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Thank you. If you guys see any social media posts out there, please make sure you guys are retweeting, sharing, and all that good stuff. Let's get into who is in the chat tonight. Eric Douglas, first one in here. I just thought of something. Is anybody else getting tired of the Bucks? Since Brawl out, buddy. Actually, before then for me, it was probably when they were the tag champs and then they didn't fight FTR. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I think that was the time I got off the boat with them. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it was the beginning of the end, I guess, as you like to say. B-Boy Skyline says, all elite, bruv.
Nah, hype down, bruv.
We'll get to that. What up, B-Boy? Welcome. Terrell, that was not a blockbuster announcement. We all knew Ospreay would be all elite. Me and the family thought it was going to either be The Rock. You know, daggone well it ain't him. Mercedes could have been.
That would have been nice.
Goldberg.
No.
I don't. If Goldberg comes in, he's doing like one match and he's done, I think.
Yeah.
Or John Cena. John Cena's not coming in. He's too loyal to WWE, with it being in LA. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Matt Lopez says, good evening. This pay-per-view has been wild, bruv. I am shocked they didn't reveal who the devil are. They're holding off on it instead of rushing it. They don't need to rush it. I've been telling everybody this.
Nope, let it be. Let it be.
Let it go. Let it flow. It'll reveal itself when it needs to. They may not even know who they want it to be just yet. Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, co-host of Clash of the Podcast, with me every Monday live at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. We'll get his thoughts on Full Gear on Monday. He says, blessing y'all. 1 B+ show. Would have been an A+ show.
Come on, Hubs.
I
don't know if I can agree with you on that one.
Yo, I have a beef too with the Will Ospreay thing. I'm about to get into this. I'm about to be. Y'all might get me on some BS tonight because I'm about to start saying some things. I hope people are gonna nod their head and be like, nah, I know you're kind of right on some of this, because that's what it is. Would have been an A+ show if Cole turned. Probably saving that. Okay, Swerve and Page was excellent. I think AEW is buying time and negotiating with whoever potential masked man is. Always remember, Sting was the third man until Hogan agreed later on. Touche. Or it was Mabel. It was never Mabel. Pro Wrestling Shoot says, hi, everyone. Solid show tonight. Every match was entertaining to me. That is what I like to hear. Yes. Shout out to James of the Pro Wrestling Shoot. He was live in attendance. He had some great seats. I hope he enjoyed the show. John G said, yeah, I know, right, Terrell? Because I thought John Cena or Mercedes. Man, John Cena, guys. John Cena is Mr. WWE. He ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
If he came over, there has to be a reason. There had to be a falling out or something went wrong.
Yeah, and that's most likely never going to happen, unfortunately.
Never say never. I never thought Hulk Hogan would be in WCW.
Okay.
BJ says, hope everyone is doing well. I thought tonight's show was pretty great, even like the story they were telling with MJF right until the bell rung. Then, damn. R.I.P. Jay White. Matt Lopez says, I think TK and WBD should agree on terms for a deal to have AEW on Max. I think now is the time to have Worlds end on all pay-per-views. I think it's time now. I hope so. I hope you're right about that.
It better be time.
DJ B Tazzy and the party baby. He says, hey, party people. Julia Hart. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Well deserved. And the Texas death match was fire. Steve Kelly in the house says, good evening, guys. What up? Matt Lopez says, bruv, very good show, bruv. Jason in the house says, hey, guys, what's up, Jason? Appreciate you, fam. Renegade say, what up, y'all? Just leaving the forum. Great show besides the bar break for the golden. Yeah, I can't say that now. Come on now. What's good, my brothers in chat? What up, Ace? What is good? Throw up the 2 sweet to you. I am getting tired of the Young Bucks. Welcome to the club. What's up, everyone? The Devil story is playing out great. Entertain 45. Thank you so much, man, for showing some love. Appreciate you.
Welcome.
Who the hell actually thought Cena would be all elite? That's wild to think. I agree. Shirt sucked. I'm by the knockoff guys right now. They're out there, huh? When word was that Mercedes is still wearing a walking boot, it had to be Osprey. I was thinking it could have been Ronda, but that may come in the future. Yeah, she did one ROH match. I don't know.
Which is shocking.
Yeah. I was surprised Ronda wanted to get in the ring. You know, Cena and Taker will never sign anywhere, no matter what you offer. Taker signed a 15-year deal in like 2019. He ain't going nowhere. 15. That was because they thought that TK was about to be like, hey, Taker, you got one in you? I got booed for Punk chants, LOL, but had some support. Hey, I ain't mad at it. Josh said, not a fan anymore of the type of match Swerve and Hangman has. Cinder blocks, glass tables, and they pop right up. Waiting for I can't say that either on the YouTubes. I can't say certain things. They are selling, and shout out to Josh for from Everything College Basketball. Make sure you guys check them out if you are interested in college hoops. They are selling knockoff AEW scarves. Anybody want a cash app for these bacon wrapped hot dogs? What? I was on my phone most during the Bucks match tonight. Yeah, that was kind of the cool down. I am tired of the Bucks. They are stealing Jericho's WCW gimmick of being crybabies. Did Wardlow have an appearance? I did not see Wardlow.
No.
Did not see Wardlow. Interesting. Let's get into this show because we have a lot to talk about with this. And like I said, if I'm brief on some of it, that's fine. Don't just take my word at what I'm saying here. Don't forget, guys, we do have the Ring of Honor Final Battle show that's happening December 15th in Garland, Texas. It's going to be exclusively on Honor Club. Yeah, so if you want to get your tickets, I believe there's still tickets for it. And it's Ring of Honor. If you've been interested in that, check it out.
Shout outs to Garner, Texas.
I'll get into my other argument later. There's going to be a lot of it. 0 Hour, hosted by RJ, Renee, and my good friend, Stokely Hathaway.
Stokely!
Hashtag Team Ball. They did not go in the order. They flipped the order of how I thought that these matches were going to go tonight. So, first up, we had the Ring of Honor Championship being defended. Jay Lethal versus Eddie Kingston. I know you, Jamal. Shout out to Rob for reminding me of that. Stokely was on commentary, basically just pronouncing his hatred for Eddie Kingston throughout the match. There was lots of shenanigans in this with, Jeff Jarrett involved. Memphis, baby. They just get into a bunch of stuff, people interfering. We get a battle over who's going to get to the guitar. Ortiz comes in, slides in. Sanjay gets the wham right across the head. Ortiz and Kingston's time away actually strengthened the bond, maybe.
Yes.
And it turns out Kingston hits the spinning back fist on Jay Lethal. 1, 2, 3. Eddie Kingston gets the dub. I was happy with this, but I was also sad about something that happens later. Weird.
Very.
I'll get into that momentarily, but Eddie Kingston wins. I'm happy. How have you been feeling about Eddie Kingston's run thus far, D?
Yeah, I think Eddie Kingston really deserves the run that he's getting, because he's put in a ton of work, just going above and beyond what he's been doing and really selling it. So I think the run that Kingston has right now is spectacular.
Same. Let's get into Claudio Castagnoli and Buddy Matthews on 0 Hour. What do you think of Buddy being in House of Black, Derek?
That is my guy. Buddy, he embodies the House of Black. I couldn't pick anybody else. Who else could fit in that along with Malachi and Brody? Like that, like it's just that.
He's so good as a pro wrestler that I would love to see him do more.
Yes.
I think Claudio, we were talking about this the other day. There are certain people who I think, listen, we got to admit, some people were better in WWE than they are in AEW.
Yes.
But I think when you look at Claudio, without a shadow, but Buddy, you can make an argument, I think, either way for. But Claudio, there is no argument, in my opinion. Claudio is better in AEW.
Yes.
10 times better. The way he's presented, he's taken more serious. And I think that's what it is. It's all about the presentation and how you've done it. Even if he slips in the next 2 years and they put him in a tag team, whatever they decide to do with him, he was presented way better. And I wish that he would have had this company beforehand. I like this match a lot. I thought this was fun. It was perfect. It got 2 people on the card who I think are like workhorses for the company.
Yes.
Who do great things.
I gotta agree, bro. Like I think said company has an agenda that they have as to what they want their wrestlers to be and what they want them to present themselves as and how they present them sometimes does not work. And for Claudio, whatever they did with him in said company did not fit with said company. So now with him being in AEW,
it just comes off much better.
Yeah.
Fantastic match. Claudio gets the win with the sharpshooter. What do you know? What do you know? Fun match, like I said. I would love to see Claudio either getting that international championship mix or him and Wheeler Yuta make a tag team and make them a threat in the tag division.
Yes.
Which I think they'd be great in. Hubs has a question for us. Interesting sidebar question. What do y'all think is in AEW's WrestleMania? What show is their WrestleMania, I guess? In my opinion, it has become All In.
Yes.
Previously, before this, I would have said All Out, but I will say All In now.
Yeah, All In.
Especially with those back-to-backs, All Out's been minimalized greatly.
If we're talking like one shot, then we would have to say one.
Yeah. I don't know if the media scrum is on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone will be updating us in here. Usually Matt and BJ and Rob usually tell us. Deanna in the house, what's good? She said, what a show. Hangman and Swerve stole the show. Facts. I will agree with that. I enjoyed that match. I can see how some people didn't too, though. Like I saw Josh's point earlier in the chat. I understand what he was saying too, like what was going to keep them down at that point. Yeah. We'll get into these other matches here. I'm shocked Kingston and Lethal was put on first. Me too. I thought MJF would have went first, and then you could have told the story throughout, and he would have had more time. But I was wrong. I was surprised they went with that. Hub, I don't think they have one. Probably All In now. Okay, I agree. AEW stepped up tonight. Bucks were getting annoying, but making them bitter jerks on screen. Yeah, but Sean, my issue with the Bucks are that they always pull this like. It's the same story with them. It's about the friends. Okay, we'll go back to being jerks. Then we can go back to being faces once we went away for a minute or we're back with someone else. Like, I don't know. It's the same. It's just like rinse and repeat. And I want to see something different from them, but I don't know what that could be. And I'm hoping this is what that's leading to. Fingers crossed. We'll talk more about that when we get to that match. It's clear to me what has happened with the ROH World title now that Athena is possibly main eventing Final Battle in her hometown. Okay. Walking by SoFi now, Rams. Wow. Everybody's talking about the Bucks and everything else. Oh, hold on. I didn't even know that somebody else was in here. Look who showed up. Jesus De Leon. I see you in the Kobe. He says, sup, Conrad Derek. AEW fumbled the bag on the main event. Title good match, just a bad ending. I would like to hear why you thought it was. MJF is joining the scrum, we've been told. Let's see here. Oh, we got a hot take. MJF wrestling multiple times in the same night now, really making a strong argument of being top 7, top 8 wrestler in the world. I think MJF's a little bit higher than that, even. My opinion, though. I will say Cole filling in for Max, and then the switcheroo felt WCW. We'll get into that. Let me get into this now. So we found out on Collision/Rampage, whatever it was last night, MJF and Samoa Joe were going to be taking on the Guns. MJF had extended that hand to Samoa Joe to help him out. Joe said he would help him out gladly for a future World Championship match because Joe is a businessman. In this, Samoa Joe fills in for the injured Adam Cole. Joe was saving MJF as promised. He even laid across the turnbuckle, stopping him from getting whipped in. Guns kept the pressure on Joe and MJF. Adam Cole comes out and distracts the Guns, leads to the Coquina clutch, and they get the W in this match. Afterwards, we get a post-match beatdown with the Guns using the steel chair, and they Pillmanize MJF's leg. He's down. He's out. The left leg is hurt. Boom. Now, he is taken away on a stretcher. There's like the time is ticking for the show getting ready to start. Right. MJF is taken away on a stretcher, and he's yelling, "Promise me you won't let them take my title. Adam, promise me you won't let them take my title." Cole's looking sad. This is drama. Now, I'm about to get at people in 1 second about this, Derek. And I don't know if you want to just let me do it or if you want to say your piece on it first. But Cole agrees, and that's how we kind of go off of the 0 hour.
Right.
You gonna let me have this or what? Yo, people complained about no stories. That when they tell a story, it's a problem. I don't get it. I don't get it. AEW is in a position to where nothing they can do will go right. You will hear me say that over and over and over again tonight. No matter what they could have done, it wasn't going to satisfy anyone. I feel the same way about the Devil Mask stuff. Clash of the Podcast, me and Sean talked about this. Nobody will fit the Devil's Mask. This is Batman. Someone being casted for a Batman role all over again.
Basically.
Derek, how many times have we were told Christian Bale will be Batman? Nope, he ain't good enough. He's not good enough. Oh, Ben Affleck's going to be Batman. Nope, he's not good enough either. Nope, not him. How about we cast so-and-so as Batman? Think of whoever your favorite actor or actress is. It doesn't matter. They're going to be Batman. Nope, not good enough.
Right.
Nobody's good enough to play Batman until they do it. And then when they get the reviews, you're like, okay, they can stay.
Right.
That's what normally happens. This is the same thing. Like, what is good enough? What is good? What do you want AEW to do? I'm going to keep asking that because even for myself, I don't have the answer. But when they do right, I'm going to say that they did right. Okay, right. People ask for stories. You try the story.
Right. When they do wrong, we're going to say that they did wrong.
Right. Jason asked, how was the Swerve and Hangman match? A lot of people are saying it's the match of the night. For sure. For once, AEW looks sold out. That's what I love to see. I'm telling you, if you want competition for WWE, that's what they need to see right now. Conrad, the Swerve push is coming. You love to see it. I've been calling Swerve as world champ since he debuted. I like Swerve a lot. I liked him a lot in NXT. I thought Isaiah Swerve Scott had tremendous potential. And now that he's Swerve Strickland over here, I think it's the move to make. Hot take. Oh, we talked about that one before. Rob says MJF is legit pouring his heart out right now in the scrum. Upset, in pain, thankful, eating a pickle, super babyface promo. Pickles. I just don't like Jay losing to MJF, who was hurt like he should have been the one to beat him. We'll get into that because I kind of, that I can semi-agree with. and I'll tell you why momentarily. Just remember Al Snow versus Shane Douglas. Remind me of that, and I can explain why. Jason says, I'm loving AEW right now. I'm hoping that Tony Khan doesn't Roman Reigns, that was air quotes, MJF, to where there are no other big stars other than him to make an impact. We should have more than one top talent. He's telling multiple stories, though. There's a lot of people involved in this story. Can a free bird for the world title be acceptable? I do not think so, sir. Prince Rockstar says that main event was dog water trash. You have to hit me with more than that, Rockstar. You got to tell me why. And what would you have done to fix it? But what if the story is objectively bad? What about the right to critique? You do have the right to critique. Was it objectively bad, though? If it's bad, please. I mean, you could say, like, yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening, but you can't ask for story. I hear that they have no story, even though I see story. That's what I don't get. I'm like, no, I see storylines. I get it. It's just not the story that you want.
Right. I see it all the time, but, you know, like
it's not the tag partner turns with that. They told a good story tonight, even when I had WCW 2000 flashbacks, but it was a good one. Nah, bro, this is different. The story, this story definitely calls for something huge, not predictable. I am going to use the same example I always use about predictability. Every day, we all go to the bathroom, right? You know what? Let's use your dog, because that'll be nicer. Because human talk like this is not good. You have a dog, right? Dog. What do dogs do, Derek? They go poop, right?
Yep.
Doo-doo, real doo-doo. And when a dog's got to go doo-doo, you know what's going to happen every day, right? Why are you talking about Taco Bell right now, bro? When a dog's got to go doo-doo every day, it's predictable, right? You know the dog's got to take a dump.
Yeah.
Derek, is it predictable? So I guess then randomness is good, right? That I'm not making that correlation to saying like, oh, you're saying random is good, but let me just tell you. So what if it's not predictable one day? You wake up, you come downstairs, your dog has crapped all over your living room, in your kitchen, in your bathroom. Not predictable, but not good. You get what I'm saying? So predictability is not bad because you're usually thinking sensible.
Right.
Like, come on now. Come on. That's all I'm saying with this.
Listen, you don't want a 50-50 shot here. Like you sometimes being predictable is good, sometimes it's not. But in some cases, predictability is what you need.
Let's see here. Maybe this is why Tony said he was starting to tune it out, because he knows that he's going to be judged one way or another. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I still don't think Tony should have said that, though.
No.
I thought it was disrespectful to the fan base. Match was boring and slow. Ooh. Okay. Not for him, the match, I guess. The main event selling was great, Rockstar. Pure selling and storytelling. I want WWE to watch AEW so they can study storylines and the definition of what it is. The Judgment Day versus Cody and etc. was depressing. That was crazy. Yeah. Well, let's get into the main show here. Let's get into the main card. This would be the final match here for Sting in his home state. The man called Sting. TNT champion Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne taking on the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting. Derek, you are the big Adam Copeland, FKA Edge. You're the big fan of his. I'm gonna let you kind of take over this one. What did you think of this matchup here?
First off, let me touch on the face paint.
Okay.
The face paint was like on all three of them, pure gold, solid. Especially with Adam Copeland, working around the beard and everything, but it fits. And the fact that he came out that way, pure money. But yeah, Adam Copeland been my guy since day one in said company, and all the way up to now, still my guy. I know we see differently on the spectrum, but
nah. He's just wrong for what he did to Matt Hardy. I don't care what anybody says. Still wrong for that. That's a scumbag move.
It is, but it has nothing to do with the wrestling skills. Not a thing. But overall, this match was really good. Christian Cage.
No, Christian Cage is
my man.
Christian Cage is great, bro. He jetted on his partners. They left Luchasaurus to get crushed, hit with 3 finishers.
Dude.
They get the win, right? Spear, I think it was Scorpion Death Drop, and then the coffin drop. He wasn't kicking out. Christian ran through the crowd and left. So after this, though, Darby reminded everybody. I guess Darby's leaving now to go to get ready to climb Mount Everest or whatever. Yeah. So that sounds like that's going to happen. Darby's chokeslamming this real quick. There's a chokeslam from the inside of the ring to the outside apron. Bugging. Darby Allin is the craziest person ever.
Dude, he's probably going to be at Cairo in the morning. Like, he needs that. That pelvic bone is out of place.
Yo, I don't know how this man got up from this. Darby's crazy, bro. I love watching the dude wrestle, but please protect yourself, bro.
Please.
Yo, that was scary, but looks like he's all right. Sting gets the dub. Darby gets on the microphone, says, yo, I don't know if you guys know this, but this is the last time Sting's ever going to wrestle in California. Like, make some effing noise, he said, and the fans did, and I thought that was good. Good job, Darby, for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sting had a moment with his son on the outside. If you saw who he was talking to, that was his son. I kind of wish they would have pulled the son into the ring. Let him have that moment. It's Sting, bro.
But you know what though? They'll probably make that happen at his last match,
or his retirement or whatever.
Or his retirement. You know,
I wonder if his son ever wanted to wrestle. I know he played football, but maybe Sting told him, "Nah, don't do this, bro. Don't do lifetime pain in that ring."
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed this. I'm going to get to this next thing, and then we'll get into these comments because I see what I want to address again. Tony Schiavone says MJF is injured, and as they're getting ready to award the championship to Jay White, Adam Cole's music hits, and he says that if MJF can't do it, he'll do it for him, and the match is made that Adam Cole is filling in for MJF. More on that later, as you could tell. Let's go to the comments here before we get into the International Championship match because I don't have a lot for that one. Pro Wrestler Shoe says, Conrad, brother, that analogy does not work with a story like this. It has to be someone other than Cole. If it's MJF, I'd be okay with that because he is legit devil, but it can't be Cole. I've heard people say it can't be MJF, it can't be Cole, but you get what I'm saying? You're not going to satisfy all of these different people. I would love for it to be CM Punk, but I know that can't happen either. You know what I mean? Like, that would be great too. You can't do that. So I don't know what's the thing here. I don't know what's the move.
Well, my thing with that is like I get what you're saying, Pro Wrestling Shoot, but then again, in the same token of breath, who do you make the devil? Who do you have that fits that persona?
He says MJF, but wasn't MJF watching some of the things happen?
Yeah, I mean, but you could have done that pre-recorded or whatever. I guess to a certain extent. But I mean, why not be Adam Cole? Okay, well, you say he's injured. Okay. Who's to say that the devil didn't move? He stood there.
That's true.
And all he did was turn around. You could turn around on one foot.
Right? Matt Lopez said Dragon Zor went on mode when he chokeslammed Darby. He did. That trios match was fun. I agree with that. Christian Cage is the real deal. The real deadbeat dad abandoned his kids. Hey, danger was near. He had to survival of the fittest. House of Black is drawing me in as well. I want to see more of them. I will agree with that, Jason. I want the devil to be Wardlow.
Too tall though.
Yeah, if what BJ said is true, and SRS is saying the people who have been playing them have been playing them this whole time, Wardlow's a little pumped up. I can see him being one of the henchmen, but I don't see him being the devil.
My issue with that would be
there's one big guy, I think, out of all of them.
Yeah, there's one big guy, but as far as the devil goes, what would be the point? Because he already pressed MJF before.
True. The right-hand man of destruction took the pin in the end. Come on, Christian Cage, you left your kids behind, but you are still Father of the Year. Could the devil be Dolph Ziggler? But why? What does Dolph have to do with any of this? You know what I mean? Ospreay is on the presser now. Could the devil be Ali? Maybe.
But what would be the point? What would be the purpose?
That he falls in the same thing as Ziggler. Why? Why would him or Ziggler be involved in this? Pro Wrestling Shoe says MJF is, I mean, if you needed someone for shock, I guess you could do Ziggler or Ali, but why? MJF is legit the snake, bro. It makes sense. But they have been teasing this turn since they got together. It's anticlimactic if it's just Cole. No shock, no awe, no surprise. Just another flat finish. I've heard people say the opposite. I've heard people say if it's MJF, that's foolish. Why would it be MJ? Like I said, people are poking holes in whoever it is.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, the only person who I've heard you couldn't really poke holes in was CM Punk. Yeah. But you can't do that because MJF is using his original promo.
Right. I see what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you. But in the same token of breath, if it's just MJF, what is the purpose? To turn around and fool everybody. I'm the devil. But you're preaching that already without doing this.
Could the devil be Don Callis? I wonder why. BJ said it's not MJF, it's Cole. Cole has turned MJF into a different person, then wore him out after realizing he couldn't beat him. And then the second time he failed, he decided to get devious. Could be. Like I said, could be many. I'm waiting to see. Let's see how it plays itself out.
Yes. You just need someone who has stake in this whole thing.
There will be more of why it can't be so-and-so and this person's not good enough and that person's not good enough. Trust me, wait. Right. It's not just this storyline.
No.
International Championship, Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy. This was kind of like the rematch from All Out again. I thought this match was fine. I thought it was cool. For some reason, Derek, I'm not going to lie. I'm not really invested in this. And I think it's just because we've seen the match, we've seen the feud, and we haven't moved past this. Orange gets the win in the end. He picks up the win. Moxley did bleed. Hogan must pose. Moxley must bleed. And and he gets the win. And I'm fine with Orange Cassidy winning, but I feel like this championship would be better suited on other people. More on that momentarily. But Orange picks up the win. Was that the right call? You predicted Moxley, right? I think I went opposite of you on this.
I don't think that was the right call. Because Orange lost to Mox when Mox took the title from him. And then Mox lost the title, and then Orange got the title back. But remember the promo that maybe it wasn't. Yeah, remember the promo where he said that this doesn't, like, it means a lot to me, but it doesn't mean a lot to me because I didn't take it from him.
Who you talking? Oh, the Orange Cassidy promo? Yeah.
So I just feel like this.
I feel like the storyline got sped up because of the injury, because Moxley lost. I think it was going to be that Orange had to get to the chase to get back to Moxley to get the win. And now they have to knot it up 1-1 because if Orange loses, what does that make him look like? Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it should have just been Orange taking another L because he can't get over the hump of trying to beat Mox. Mox is just too much for him until we get to that point where now this is satisfaction for me because now I beat Mox. I can prove to you that I can beat him. You do it now, what sense does it make? Like you said, it got sped up. So it's like, what value do you have in this?
Yeah. Yeah. Pro Wrestling Shoe says, I hear that, Derek. I'm just saying MJF is better than Cole for the role. Neither choice is that great. At this point, if it's Cole, I'm rolling my eyes. Cole even teased the stuff tonight. He didn't help MJF. He was getting beat down, yet took the title. Then he basically gave, we'll get into that with the world title match. Nothing has been able to break MJF's driver spirit. Okay.
And Pro Wrestling Shoot, I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying. The reason why I say it would most likely be Cole, because let's face it, we're sitting here thinking about the devil coming through or showing up on the Titantron.
Titantron here.
There we go. And then he doesn't show up. We thought this was going to happen because there was so much time left in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. There was still enough time to do something. Cole was out there.
But sometimes you don't do it because, they didn't do anything this time. So
and I get that too. But to me, in my mind, I feel like, in my own opinion, I feel like Cole's out there. I'm expecting the devil to show up. I'm expecting it. But Cole's out there. Devil didn't show up. Why is that?
Right.
But like I said, pro wrestling shoot. I hear what you're saying. I get it. But I just think I just think that if it's MJF, I need a bigger pic. For me, I need a bigger picture. I see what you're saying, but I need a bigger picture.
Right. And we'll get back into that. Ace said this match was good, but OC versus Mox 1 was better. I mean, that main evented all out when they needed a main event, and this show is about what match was this on here? 5th match on the card.
Yeah.
Big difference. They were just like, yeah, we're not going as hard. Orange did get respect from Moxley in the end. And these guys are talking back and forth about it. I'll let them rock back and forth about the ideas here. Ospreay did mention he would still be able to work other places still. Nice. I think that was part of the reasons that he probably made the choice he made for it. More on that momentarily. Let's see here. You guys are still talking about it. Ospreay said he wants to Miro, Andrade, Omega, Bryan, MJF world title. Yeah, he wants it all. I ain't mad at him. Shoot. He probably cost a pretty penny.
Yes.
If you know who his agent is, Mr. Bloom, they don't play, bro. They don't play. Next up, we have one of the loving characters in the world of AEW. Actually, 2, I would say. Hikaru Shida versus Toni Storm here for the AEW Women's Championship. Storm came out with all her shenanigans. Shida used a kendo stick on Luther. I didn't even mention the horrible officiating in one part of the first match where Rick Knox saw someone interfere in the match with Christian and didn't DQ him. We're going to have a moment like this in this match as well. Toni Storm uses a metal tray that I guess Luther must have had out there with him, tries to slide it down her pants and use it for the hip attack. It is hanging out. You could not mistake this thing. It was right here in front of you. And Aubrey acted like she didn't see it. I'm like, how do you not see that? You're looking right at it.
Right.
She let it rock, hip attack. Shida drops the championship, and Toni Storm becomes a 3-time AEW Women's Champion. I think it was the right move. I like Toni's shenanigans. I think that didn't work for whatever the reason was. I mean, she could have just did something different than what she did, but
yeah.
I hope they can figure out something better to work next time. But I think Luther is amazing in this role. Much better for him. After the match, Mariah May comes out with flowers for Timeless Toni Storm. The seeds are being planted for that now.
Yes. I think because I predicted Cheetah to retain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think, well, obviously I was wrong with the decision of who was going to win. But I still think the general idea still applies. I think she will somewhere down the line screw Toni Storm subconsciously. I don't think it'll be in the plans. I think it's just going to happen because she's so obsessed with her.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to team up or if it's going to be like the Mickey James Trish. We'll see what they do with this. I'm interested though. I'm in.
Oh yeah.
I'm in on this. I feel bad for Shida. Shida feels like she is like when you don't know who to turn to, you go to Shida and put the belt on Shida. Shida has been the backbone for this women's division. I want people to know that, and I think that's very, very true. So show respect to Shida. Timeless Toni Storm though is the character, and that's why I picked Timeless Toni Storm to win, and that's what they did. Now, this is where I got a problem. Eddie Kingston shows up, Derek. He's getting interviewed by Renee Paquette. And I believe during a portion of the show, it was announced about another competitor in this Continental Classic. It starts Wednesday. We don't even know who's on both sides of the bracket yet.
Right.
I don't know if they know who's on both sides of the bracket. So Eddie Kingston announces he's going to put his 2 championship belts on the line. He holds up the New Japan title and the Ring of Honor title, and he says that this tournament is going to allow them to crown their first Triple Crown winner. And I said, what do you mean Triple Crown? Oh, there's going to be a Continental Championship AEW, why do we have another championship, bro? That's too many titles.
Way too many.
Way too many titles. You have the AEW World Championship. You have the AEW Women's Championship. You have the TNT Championship, the TBS tag titles, the international. Where am I? Oh, you. I'll let you keep track. We're losing track on our fingers.
International, trios,
Ring of Honor,
Ring of Honor
tag, Ring of Honor TV, Ring of Honor Pure, Ring of Honor. Did we say the 6-man? Six-man titles,
6-man.
Ring of Honor Women's Championship. There, too many belts, and we didn't count New Japan Strong. I haven't counted Commander's AAA Cruiserweight Championship. People are coming in with belts. Vikingo is the mega champion in AAA.
You want to count?
You get what I'm saying. We're in double digits for championships, bro.
Yeah.
When do we stop this?
It's too many.
Unify right where we were. I was like, all right, I could rock with this, but now, too many, Tony.
Yes, if you want. Well, no, it's not if you want. I think if you could take away one of the women's titles and you have a wide variety of women on the roster that could wrestle for one title. You have a wide variety of men who could wrestle for one title. You have a wide variety of who could wrestle for tag team, who could wrestle for trios. I don't even know. Can you even really say that they have a wide variety for trios?
Trios hurts the tag division.
Yeah, I told you.
No, Pro Wrestling Shoot said that from the beginning, and he was right about that.
It's too much because you're creating teams that don't fit.
Versus you had a plethora of tag teams before. We had the Best Friends, but now you're pulling them out of the tag division to go be over here. But then you got to pull more tag teams out with another singles person to go there. It's also part of the issue with the House of Black, the factions.
Yes.
LFI. We'll get more into all that stuff too, but it's taking away, and these championships are doing the same thing. Matt just put this up. Why couldn't they just say the winner of the Classic gets the AEW World title shot? I'm like, WTF are they doing? Yeah, like it just doesn't make sense. I don't like it. And so right now we know Andrade, Danielson, Kingston, and Mark Briscoe are in this, but I don't see the need for another belt. I hope this is just maybe it's a championship to have, but you're combining with ROH. And what does this mean for ROH when someone wins this? Wildin', right?
It's too chaotic. You have too much going on. Just like with the trios. So, okay, so prime example, House of Black. Malachi could just be himself. He runs the House of Black, but he could be himself. Brody and Buddy could be your tag team champions. That's all you need. Sometimes you don't need the trios at all because sometimes they just don't fit.
Hell yeah. Jason said off topic, Conrad, have you ever considered getting contact lenses? Conrad has had contact lenses. You know what the problem with contact lenses are? You disappear and your eye gets jacked up. I used to play basketball, so it's like, nah, I'd rather have my glasses get knocked off and get an easy bucket or something than dealing with your eyes like fluttering because someone hit you in the eye with your contact lens and then it falls out. You only got one. It's a pain. And if I lose it, I really can't see too well after it. So no, I don't know if I do that. Maybe I get the lasers and all that, but then again, I feel like how long is it worth it? And if my eyes get worse, am I gonna have to come back? There's a lot of questions with that. I've heard people tell me like your eyes get worse after you're 50, so why go and get that now at this point? No. Yeah. And when I was a kid, it was too much money. We can get in the glasses talk anytime, but feel free, send them super chats in and I'll try it out if you guys want. Send me a big one. So basically whatever in Eddie block is fighting for 2 titles, like what happens with Final Battle, no ROH World title match at Final Battle. I was thinking the same thing. Julia Hart's now up at the scrum. BJ says you are correct about it being my own opinion. That's what I'm saying. Okay, they're going back and forth about that. I'm moving forward with this. Let's see here. Matt Lopez says it would be wild if, let's say, Brian and Eddie is in the same block and Brian beats Eddie and he is the ROH World Champ and New Japan Strong Champ. Yeah, that could be wild.
Could be, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I like I said, if that Continental Championship sticking around, which it sounds like it is, what the heck, man?
That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
Too tough. Now, here's where I think this is where AEW started cooking, though, after they made me mad. 4-way tag team ladder match here. You had LFI as the challengers, the current tag team champions, Ricky Starks and Big Bill.
Big Bill.
FTR and Kings of the Black Throne. Derek, I feel like we haven't talked about Ricky Starks. I feel like these are all like collision regulated cats for the most part.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, like we haven't had anything about Ricky Starks in a minute. I appreciate you. So,
Ricky,
if y'all could have seen what he was doing off camera, I swear to you, I knew this was coming.
Spanish.
Brother. Ladder match chaos. That's all I have written down here for the most part. I couldn't tell you what happened. Brody King bleeding was awesome.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but when he has that face paint on, he looks crazed. Him barking like a dog. I don't know. I just get like Steiner brother vibes when he starts doing that. He put people. Who went through that ladder? Who did he drop? Was it Drag Listico?
Yeah.
Yo, Drag Listico got crushed. Cash Wheeler went up. Cash Wheeler showed the best balance I've seen since somebody almost fell off one of the boosty balls at the gym, bro. Yo, this man went back. He was like, got it.
Right.
Money shot, splash, hit it. Perfect. Right there. It was on point. I loved it. Big Bill, yo, Malachi Black's getting props for innovative things I've never seen done in a ladder match.
Oh my God, yo, that was dope.
He leaned a ladder onto the ropes, and then when somebody ran after him, they did like a whole like block move around. He pulled the rope back and smashed the ladder into someone's face. Yo, Malachi, when someone does something I've never seen before, props.
Yes.
Props for that. So
that was like spot on. Perfect.
This was great. Bodies were everywhere in this match. Like I said, people were bleeding. Ricky and Dax, I think it was, were on top of the ladder. It was crazy. In the end, with the help of Big Bill, Ricky Starks is able to retrieve the tag titles for them. They win. I know. It's all good.
Yes.
It's all good with that.
I'll take that any day of the week. I'll take it any day of the week. For me, I think the best spot in the match was when Ricky Starks dropped the title down to Big Bill, and Big Bill caught it while he was falling to the floor or falling to the mat. That was like super smooth. Oh, got it.
So good, man. Yeah, I thought this was the right move, though. I felt like you got to keep the belts on Big Bill and Ricky for right now.
Yeah.
As much as, like I told Derek, I would love to see House of Black win them. I wouldn't even mind FTR. LFI seemed like a little too far out there for them to do that.
Yeah.
But they're going places, it looks like. At least LFI was on this show. They look like a threat. Good. More of it. And it looks like they're trying to kind of revamp that tag division. Like I said, I can see Claudio and Yuta getting in the mix. I would like to see more of the tag teams getting in there, though.
Yes.
Where's the Butcher and the Blade? Put them in that tag division. I'm tired of this. And 2.0, put them in there.
Yeah.
Let them go in.
There's a lot. But see, this is what I was saying with the whole trios titles and everything. If you take away the trios titles and just leave just the tag team titles.
Oh, their tag division smokes everybody.
Oh my God. That is the deepest tag division out there.
Mm-hmm.
The deepest.
Yeah. Let's get into some of this. Jesse said, sorry, Kyron, I'll stop throwing the show off. No, you guys are fine. Yeah, I was just basically letting you know that I was going to ignore whatever you guys were saying in between. So if anybody missed it, y'all can blame these two. You can blame the back and forth between them. No, but you guys made your point, though. I hear what you guys are saying.
No,
I like hearing different opinions. It's fine.
No, it's nothing to be sorry about. This is where you come to have healthy conversations. Healthy debates. This is where you're supposed to do it. So we're good. Do what you do.
Oh, Jason must be out at this point, but thank you, Jason, for tuning in. I appreciate you checking us out. BJ said you got to make Final Battle be the final battle and split these belts for different shows. Yeah, we need a dedicated Ring of Honor roster is what I feel we need. There's no more of this jumping around and figuring it out. Maybe he's waiting for the TV deal to figure this out too, BJ. I don't know what they're doing, honestly.
Listen, get that max deal, please.
Let's see here. I think it's coming. I think that they have I think they have a negotiation period. It sounds like they're talking, but they didn't agree on the first one. We don't know why. Maybe Tony said that's not enough for what you're asking for, and you got to play hardball a little bit. I think he knows what he wants to get. I think what they're waiting for, though, on the Warner Brothers Discovery side is the NBA rights. What happens with that? And because it sounds like I heard they wanted to give up more of it. Like, I don't want that much, but I want this much. So did they announce another title, or is it just a tournament title? That I have no clue. Pro Wrestling Shoot, Jesse. I hope someone asked that in the media scrum. By the way, what's up with Cali always getting these fire ladder matches? Seattle couldn't get a ladder match. What gives? Talk to James, man. He's in Tony's ear, man. You know. Jocelyn said, woke up to say Ricky Spanish. You just missed Derek doing it, or maybe he woke you up. 2.0 are trash. Come on, Rockstar. Who do you like? Who do you like? Let me hear some. Tell me some positive things that you like right now for the tag division.
Right.
All right. Julia said she wasn't a fan of the cheerleader gimmick either. That makes two of us. I always said, I told you, I don't like the varsity gimmicks for the most part. It doesn't work unless it feels legit. Like when the Steiner brothers came out, me and Casey were talking about this like a week ago, I think. The Steiner brothers look like they would just rip your heads off. So you ain't going to say nothing about them coming out in their jackets, but they look like wrestlers, collegiate. I get it.
Yeah.
Pillman and them didn't feel like that. I was like, yo, I know Pillman's in his 20s. Like, what is this? They're young, whatever, but why are you still rocking there was no purpose behind it.
No.
So I never liked the Letterman jacket, like, in all that mess.
Like it. Yeah, I agree. Like it just didn't fit.
Forget AEW World's End will be in the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Strong Island. It's going to be Saturday, December 30th. I cannot guarantee me and Derek will be doing a review. It's going to be a busy time for us around then. I think I might be off. We'll see. This is going to play it by ear for right now. AEW's doing too many pay-per-views, though. I can promise y'all this going forward. I don't know if me and Derek are going to be reviewing all. I can't.
That's a lot.
Not on the monthly. Because even for WWE, like, we do WrestleMania, but that's about it. Like, SummerSlam, if we get lucky, if the schedule works out, we'll do it. But if we can't, we can't.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would love to review Survivor Series, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We'll see.
Honestly, like I think at this point in time for us, and you can correct me if I'm wrong or you can disagree. I think with the amount of pay-per-views that are being distributed, I think we're really focusing on which ones really have value.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Shoe said Rockstar doesn't want to taste. Is Dark Order finished? Steve Kelly asks. I have no idea. Wow, Derek, that's not true. Number one, I don't know what they're doing. They have a new attitude. I'm so sad for Danhausen. Sadhausen, you may say. Yeah, where is he? What happened, BJ? Why are you sad for him? You doing a review on that Royal Rumble? Me, you, that we're attending, Conrad. If you want, we can collab on that. That's fine with me. They made Uno push the game, didn't include him. Doesn't look good in my opinion. Uno will be in there, I think. I ain't falling for it. Rockstar doesn't want to know if Daddy Magic's nipples are hard. Man, here we go. Let's get into honestly, at one point, this was our match of the night.
Yes.
TBS Championship. I thought these ladies shined.
They were glorious.
Chris Statlander defended her championship against Julia Hart and Sky Blue in a triple threat match. I loved this match.
This match was pure gold.
Everyone played their part in this so well. I paid attention to the chemistry between Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and I thought there was something more there, but I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know if they're just trying to give Sky Blue an edge or if this is leading to something.
I think it's leading to something. I think it's giving her more edge, but I think it's deeper than what we may think. I just think it's her succumbing to the dark side of Julia Hart, and you know what? I'm gonna save that.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that.
Okay. In this though, I thought it was impressive. Sky Blue hit a beautiful over the top code blue and only got a 2 count from it. At one point, we did see an excellent moonsault by Julia Statlander at the last second. Statlander was trying to save this championship. Statlander at one point went like Brock Lesnar mode and started German suplexing everybody in this. Her strength was amazing in this.
Like that was, oh my God.
It reminded me of why we like Statlander, though. I was like, yes, this is why we like Statlander.
Yes. Statlander, like, so I want to touch on something. At the end of the match.
Hold on now.
Okay, yeah.
Let me just get to the finish real quick here. So you can have your moment.
You got it.
She hits the Saturday Night Fever on Sky Blue. Sky Blue is donezo. Yes. She's down. 1, 2. Julia Hart takes her head off and slides right into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Julia Hart is your new TBS champion. I couldn't be happier. House of Black did go with some gold tonight.
Yes, they did. They did bring something home. So that was a huge win for House of Black as a whole, but a enormous win for Julia Hart, who clearly deserved every second of it.
Excellent. Did you want to make any other points for this?
Yes. So, if you noticed, or I don't know if anybody noticed, did anybody see Chris Statlander's face at the end of the match as Julia Hart was walking up the ramp?
Well, she had a sour puss?
No, she had the look of surprise, I'll say. She had the look of like disbelief. That's what I wanted to say. She had the look of disbelief. So I'm wondering if this sends Chris Statlander into a downward spiral and she goes on a rampage.
Pun intended. Maybe. I wonder. See, the weird thing is when House of Black like gets involved with a character, you feel like they could make a change. There's no Mist involved in this though, but I'm wondering what's going to happen with Sky Blue.
No,
Willow's still kind of out there, but I think Willow fought it. Like her positivity.
Willow fought it. No. I say Chris Statlander goes on a rampage because if you notice, they said in the beginning of the match, before the match started, that Chris Statlander was on the verge. Well, not on the verge, but she was trying to break that record.
Interesting.
Maybe she was trying to get to that point to break that record, and now she fell short. She had something to work towards, and now it's gone. Just saying.
Quick update note from BJ here about Danhausen. Danhausen was supposed to debut on November 1st, and TK just said nope, delayed it a week, but then delayed it again. Who knows? He was seemingly upset about it on Twitter. Why would you have him come out and say he was coming back then?
Right, yeah.
Very weird. Shock Julia 1. I was not. Purple Cobras. Blue Barracudas. I am liking the Sky Blue heel turn. Let's see here. Wow. Jericho had quite the rough week, they said. Kenny's pyro on Wednesday. 10 stitches from the chair shot spot tonight. Jericho's a tough guy, though. I'll give Jericho his credit where it's deserved. Awesome moment for Julia. I think now Stat goes for the AEW women's title. You can move her up. I think she'll be fine in there. Julia Hart really deserves the title. Hope she gets a long reign. She needs to stay on Rampage Friday nights. I don't know who he's referring to. If that was Statlander. Statlander tried to outsmart Julia, but Julia was like, not on my watch. Kenny didn't come out with Jericho on the scrum because he went home to tend to his sick cat, said by Jericho. Very nice of Kenneth.
Kenneth Omega.
We come back in the middle of the ring. Conrad's other rant. This is the blockbuster signing for AEW. Who could it be? Tony Khan put out that tweet. Who is it? Listen. If you guys didn't know, get your tickets for All In London. That's a big announcement. Tony, I'm done roasting you about this. Maybe I'll keep it up. Maybe this will be our new bit. Don't you ever say that's an important announcement ever again.
Right.
Horrible.
Right.
Horrible. I hope he got cooked for that. We all talked about this earlier. Will Ospreay was announced as the announcement. Now, I want y'all to listen to me. This is another one of those double jeopardy type moments for AEW. Conrad, what do you mean? Fam, why on earth is it if WWE made this signing, and I know don't compare. No. Everybody always wants to compare, so I'm gonna compare. If Triple H made this signing, it would have been, oh my God, we got Will Ospreay. Look at you, blah, blah, blah. And I know going into this, Tony Khan has used Will Ospreay before. He's used Will Ospreay a lot, actually. And he has come in. Ospreay fits with his talent. Tony's also going to let Will Ospreay live where he wants to live. He's also going to let Will Ospreay do what he needs to do and wrestle for other places. If you're taking New Japan talent, I'm pretty sure New Japan's like, well, can you help us out here? Whatever they need. This will work. My issue was people like, big deal. Womp womp. Who cares? It was a big sought after free agent. If WWE did it, would have been celebrated. If AEW does it, it's kind of just like meh.
Yeah.
What this goes back to what I'm saying. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do?
I think this is a great signing. If he goes to said company, they tend to limit their stars on a grand scale. I don't think any of them have been personally to see Will Ospreay, because we already know that that's crossing different thresholds there. So we're not gonna assume that they have. We're gonna assume, well, I'm going to assume that they have seen footage. They're not gonna go see him in person, but they have seen footage. And some of the things at that time in that era probably would not work for Will Ospreay. Right now, might be cool depending on who he goes up against. But let's just face it, Will Ospreay fits over here.
Yeah.
He proved it.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I thought Will was going to go to WWE. If you asked me if to make a bet at the time, I thought Will would have went to WWE. But this makes more sense. You would have to know what he wanted. It sounds like he still wanted to live in his home in the UK.
Yes,
so,
and that wouldn't have happened with them.
No, they need you too much for that.
Yeah.
He said, Rockstar said, one down, one more to go. Mercedes Moné. I can see it happening. I think New Japan being okay with Ospreay signing because Will could possibly return to New Japan at some point. Also, TK letting Mox and Brian work Wrestle Kingdom help. That's dope. I'm looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom too, at least for some of those matches. For all those content creators and wrestling journalists, people are already getting banned on IG and Threads for posting anything showing Hangman and Swerve's match too graphic. Ooh. I think that was expected. I'd never seen him signing to WWE, though. I think they had the matches for him. He's a better fit in AEW.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like the match template is perfect for him in AEW. The match template wouldn't have worked. I think you could work Will Ospreay with a couple people in WWE, but over here you can work with him on a plethora of amount of people that are there.
Facts. I don't have a lot to say about Will Ospreay. We'll probably see him at the Road to Revolution, he said, because February is when his contract is up. So that's when I would expect for us to see him pop up on Dynamite or Collision.
Yeah.
Or Rampage. Could be Rampage. Texas Death Match of the night, Derek.
Yes.
Yeah, match of the night. All right.
Hands down.
Let's get into this. Swerve Strickland comes out. Amazing entrance for himself and Prince Nana.
Yo, Prince Nana has been.
Go ahead, Derek. You can hit it.
Yo.
When I swerve, when I drive, when I swerve. They had like the old like bad boy music videos. They had the girls dancing with him. Nana was in the middle. He had to be feeling that.
Yo, that had to have been the best entrance in a long time. Like that was perfect. And then the way that Swerve popped up right behind Nana as he moved out of the way.
Yo, money. And Swerve is never dancing and in a good mood. He always looks like he's got his hands in his pockets. He's all business.
Absolutely.
Even though if you know the real Swerve, Swerve loves rapping and he can dance and all that stuff. So, amazing. So Swerve comes out for that. Hangman Page doesn't even come out with his entrance. He came out in the jeans ready to fight. And bro, I don't even know what happened in this match, bro. All I know is I said Swerve and I felt like big time stars. Boom, here's Hangman, buckshot lariats going down. I'm like, what is happening in this match? Staples to the head, staples of his kid's artwork. What are we doing?
This dude almost flipped his wig off of that. we both thought Swerve was about to lose. Like, hold on, wait a minute, bro. We're not doing this right now. But yeah, no, the staple spots, staple to the cheek though. Oh my god, with his kid's artwork. Eesh.
Bro, it was crazy.
His forehead.
Swerve then starts bleeding out horribly,
profusely.
Hangman, I don't remember what he did after that. Was it the staple? And then he opens his mouth and puts Swerve over it, and he's drinking his blood.
Hepatitis?
I don't know if you can say that there. So he's drinking his blood and just I haven't seen nasty stuff like this since Lucha Underground with Penta and Marty the Moth Martinez. Shout out to Marty Casals. And he was my first wrestling interview, so I always gotta show him love. He took the fork and I think Pentagon licked it out of the lunchbox that he used to carry around. I was like, disgusting, bro. Disgusting. You cannot do nasty stuff like that and expect people to be down with this. I was just like,
dude.
Fans are chanting "You sick F."
Yeah.
Swerve stapled himself in the chest. Hangman crashes through a barbed wire steel chair. Now he's bleeding buckets. There's blood everywhere in this, bro. It's not the bloodiest match. I think Dustin and Cody was the bloodiest, but this was the nastiest match where they got into this.
Yeah, the Dustin's and Cody's was more of
it was Prince Nana and the Nenettes.
I think Dustin and Cody's was more of the physicality of the match, where the blood was produced, but this one was all right, staple, boom, boom, chair with the barbed wire on it, all that.
Dude, I'm trying to see what else happened. Swerve stapled himself, crashes into the barbed wire steel chair, pile driver on the barricade at one point. Both men are bleeding buckets of blood. We got a moonsault from Hangman with the barbed wire steel chair. Swerve dumped a bag of glass on Hangman's back and hit a 450, then followed up with a JML driver. Brian Cage came out. Why is he still dressed like Sonic?
No identity, bro.
He looks great. That's not my issue. I'm just like, bro, what is your character? Who are you? Why are you dressed like this?
That's a foul, bro.
Yo, Brian Cage. So he hits the F10. Hangman just beats him with a barbed wire wrapped around his hand. Nana even catches the dead eye through the table. He just, first off, Prince Nana was spitting all the way in the ring. What were you doing?
And that was projectile spit too.
Listen,
what?
I'm gonna say this. At this point, Derek said, I'm giving Hangman his flowers tonight. I'm not gonna dog him.
Yes.
Derek is now the president of the Adam Hangman Page fan club.
Never.
Dynamite, he said he'll be back to normal, but tonight he gets his flowers for this match.
Tonight, Hangman did his thing. He did.
So they all go out. It's what happens. Like I said, Deadeye through the table that got set up on the outside by Brian Cage. Then they're on the outside. There was a cinder block spot where he got hit in the back of the head with the cinder block.
Ooh.
Swerve pulls out a chain, wraps around Hangman's neck, uses the ring post for leverage to pull, and he just basically chokes Hangman out, and Hangman stays down.
Match of the night, bro. There's no way. There's no one that could tell me that this wasn't match of the night. This is hands down.
Well, Josh wasn't here. Josh said he wasn't feeling this one a lot. He thought it was too much.
Okay, I said, but I could see that though. I can see that. If that's not your cup of tea, that I get that. Even if it is, but it's done to an extreme that you don't really rock with, I also get that too. For me, you know me, bro. Like back in the Attitude Era days, I was all for a hardcore match.
Right?
So
let's see what the comments are saying here. Pro Wrestling Shoe says Swerve always had me as a fan, hometown boy, but tonight the dude proved he is a future world champion. He looked like an absolute star. Like I said, Swerve should be the first black AEW world champion. He deserves it. Matt Lopez says, okay, let's talk to Young Bucks. Bitched about where was Kenny when the embassy attacked. Where were the Bucks or Page when he was outnumbered? I was flipping too because I wanted Swerve to walk Hangman dry. I thought it was over. Yeah, Derek definitely was like, yo, they better not. Count Hangman, Cowboy of the Night. Brian the Hedgehog Cage was looking for them golden rings. TK says when he's booking story, he likes to keep multiple plates in the air. I'm pressing X to doubt that unless it's the main story. Derek, we might have to have a runoff to get that spot. Love Hangman, although I'm glad he lost tonight. Swear for AEW World Champ. I need it. No rematches between these two. I hope this is the end of the feud.
This has to be. I think they had the next face-to-face that they have, if they have one, is a respect face-to-face.
And honestly, I think it's time for, like, if Orange is going to drop that belt and Swerve is not going to be the world champ right away,
give it to him.
Give it to him. Let him be the one to beat Orange.
Yeah.
That's where I stand with this. Let's move into the tag team scene here. This was the we're not friends anymore. Your tag titles are on the line and our friendship's on the line. And I don't know what this was. I do not like this, but it gave me vibes of Kenny and Hangman versus the Bucks again.
Yes.
We're going to try this time. The Bucks came out, and shout out to James from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Definitely heard CM Punk chants. Yeah. And I also heard FCM Punk chants from the crowd. To my shock, though, the Young Bucks are getting booed in their home state. Don Callis was on commentary. I don't know what the purpose of that was. I thought that it was going to lead to something a little bit more than it did.
You know what? I was thinking that too. Because I was like, when the hell did Don Callis even come out?
I think he was just out there.
Was he?
Yeah. They just had him on commentary. But he does have beef with Kenny and Jericho, so I'm like, okay.
But what are we doing?
We can't even do the Big Show thing tonight, man, because he got slammed on that car, and we won't see him for a while, they said. Terrible.
Yeah. But my thing though with Don Callis though is like what's the purpose? You're not out here scouting anybody. You're against everyone that's in the ring. So what are we doing?
Man.
You just spectating? I mean, you could have spectated from the back.
Young Bucks hit double low blows in this match. BTE triggered, but Jericho kicked out. At one point, they teased that Kenny Omega was going to hit the running knee on Jericho, but he bounced off the ropes instead and caught one of the Bucks. One Wing Angel on Matt Hardy. We got new number one contenders. I'm not getting too deep into this. They went back and forth. It was a fine match. It wasn't like I'm going to be like, yeah, this sucked, but it was fine. But they gave Jericho and Omega the number one contendership.
Listen, I think this was probably a wash for me on a personal level. I think this was an okay match on a fan level. Because I don't care for the Young Bucks.
You just said the Young Bucks can't ever say they're the best tag team. Kenny's been taking them down a notch.
They need to be taken down a notch every single time. Personally, I don't care for the Bucks. And this is all recent stuff because of what happened. But
was that what made you not care for them?
Yes. Because I just think that was a BS move that was pulled.
I hear you.
Come see me outside. See me outside.
Now, come on now.
I'm just saying, come see me outside so we're not fighting in these people's arena and stuff like that and fighting on Tony Khan's dollar. But see me outside and we can figure this out and then we go back to business.
I don't know where the Bucks go from here. I don't know how to make the Young Bucks interesting.
Home. Oh, well, they can't because they got booed at home anyway. So
Chill. I don't know what else to do though, but BJ has pointed this out in the Dynamite reviews. They've been wrestling their friends every week. Okay, now who are you gonna wrestle? There's nothing else for you to do in the tag division.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna go to Ring of Honor? Are you guys gonna step back? Maybe that might be what's best for them. Step back and just be EVPs.
Yes, that's it. Step back for a little bit. Come back when someone calls you out. But if no one's calling you out, take the time off. Be an EVP. Do your thing.
Deanna said, "Catch me outside."
Oh yeah, there you go.
Jericho, did you know the Golden Jets are the number one? Nobody calls them that. Did you know the Golden Jets are the number one contenders now? Ricky, did you know that we still don't have a tag team name yet, but we're still the best out there?
Wait, correction. That's Ricky Ticky Tabby.
Do not call them that, please. Send the Bucks to AEW Dark. That show doesn't even exist anymore. Like I said, maybe they should just fall back and do those duties for now. I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know how to fix them. There's nothing they can do to make me care about them at this point.
At this point in time, take a hiatus for like a month or two.
How can I miss you if you'll never go away?
Right.
So it's main event time. I don't have the graphic for Adam Cole, but Adam Cole did come out for this match. It was going to be for the World Championship, Adam Cole versus Jay White, but MJF pulls up in the ambulance. He thinks he's Stone Cold. He's driving the ambulance in. Everyone's trying to stop him from getting in the ring. He declines. He says he's defending his title. MJF and Jay White brawl. This gave me vibes in this match. Remind me, Shane Douglas and Al Snow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he puts him on the table. Table breaks beforehand. MJF's like, well, I need that spot still. So he's going to go and hit a crazy Macho Man elbow to the floor. MJF is a madman, folks.
Made my butt hurt, bro. Like,
am I going to have to censor that?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I get it. Wanted to save the spot, but like that's taking a high risk. That is a true definition of high risk. I don't think it needs to happen, but
he was wilding. That's all I can say. MJF hit a cutter where he jumped over the top rope, grabbed Jay White from the apron to the floor. I was like, yo, Randy Orton, you got some work to do, my boy. That was crazy.
Man, listen.
That was nice, bro. MJF is trying to make sure he's in that history book.
As he should. And as he should be put into that history book because he's done a lot. Solely off of just making promos.
Yeah. I'm looking at what people are saying what to do with the Bucks. I don't know if any of these are great options for them. Britt Baker, I still want to know why 20 bodies tried to stop Max from getting to the ring, but the dude with 2 crutches with 2 ankle surgeries got whole ass unbothered entrance. MJF is my scumbag. He is a man of the people. We get a ref bump. Cole's going to use his ROH tag title, as BJ astutely pointed out before. Jay White takes the tag title. And there really wasn't much resistance from what Adam Cole could do. He watched a lot of stuff happen, even the guns interfering,
right? All
that. The tag belt gets used. MJF barely kicks out. The Dynamite Diamond ring gets pulled out. MJF puts it on the mat. Jay White steals it like he's going to use it. Low blow while the ref's down. MJF uses the ring, and that's enough to get him the W.
Yes, big time.
And it keeps that ring important. I've been noticing that. Like, they want to make sure that this ring is important because it can knock people out. Did a good job with it. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens. They just show the friendship between the two, and we kind of just fade out from the show. Adam Cole's facial expression when seeing MJF come back from happiness to being shocked, which could add into the eventual heel turn. Could be a red herring too.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's just don't jump right in on this. Could be a red herring.
Play it out as long as you can.
Randy was like, I can't do these stuff. And yeah, Randy Orton definitely doesn't want to do that stuff anymore. He doesn't need to either.
No.
But what I was just saying was like, dang, that was pretty cool. Like, eat your heart out for that. I'm sure Orton could have did it back in the day, but
oh yeah.
This was good, man. Overall, Derek, we got in the chat. Guys, post your score for this, and we'll get into it. Me and Derek are going to be covering Dynamite. We'll cover that Continental Classic. I'm sure we'll have questions about all of this. We also got the AEW Arena and the Acclaim DLC coming out. Still no word on pricing for this yet. I don't know what AEW Games is doing. We need better marketing, folks. But we'll get the new arena and all that stuff soon. So maybe you guys will get to see something from us with it. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll turn out fine. Hopefully it'll be great, but I think it'll turn out fine.
Rob said the whole match I'm asking who cleared Adam Cole but tried to stop MJF, investigate the medical staff. Doc Sampson's the devil. We did say that. We were like, Doc Sampson's the real devil. Get in there and wrestle. I didn't sneeze. Full Gear, Matt saying 7.5 out of 10. Derek, we usually do letter grades for this one. We got a little scale at the bottom. What do you think for this?
I got a B-.
Really? For the whole show?
Yeah.
I don't think there was a bad match on here.
It wasn't, but I think, to me, I give it a B- solely because of like my hate right now for the Young Bucks.
It's terrible, bro. But Hangman won you over. Come on.
He did. So that'll bump it up to a B+.
I guess we could say B+. Rob saying 8.5. BJ said, for me, the story took a turn for the worse with the match. For me, it was too long. Oh, and let me get to the Shane Douglas and Al Snow thing. Do you remember the pay-per-view where Shane Douglas had his arm in like a cast or a stilt? I don't know what it was, but his arm was like wrapped up and he faced Al Snow. I think it was in a cast maybe. And he was facing him and he was injured. And Al Snow, it was his last match or something, but we didn't know it at the time. And he was challenging for the world title and Al Snow lost. And I was like, how did you lose to a dude who was injured? And I felt like people are feeling the same way with Jay White. You can't have the babyface come back from something like this, but there was a lot of shenanigans and such. So I can see why people feel that way about this.
To a certain extent, yes.
Let's see. All in all, I give Full Gear A-. I'm A- B+ as well. Like I'm in that mid-range for it. If I have to decide, I think I would go A-. I'm with BJ a little bit on that. The main event stuff would have made it into a B, but the Swerve and Hangman stuff match made it an A-. B+ plus F the Bucks, Rockstar said. 9 out of 10 for me. A said 8 out of 10. EPW gets that A+ all day. We're that Pizza Hut experience, BJ. No one out pizzas the EPW. We're here for sponsorships. It is 1:27 in the morning over here. We are tired. Shane Douglas had a broken arm, fracture bone. Man, yeah, he was getting donezo in that match. No one outdoes EPW and no one out pizzas the Hut. I appreciate it. But listen, Derek's tired. Derek's probably got to get up on out of here. I am also tired. We'll be back Wednesday with our Dynamite review. Me and Hubs will be live to get his thoughts on Clash of the Podcast 605 Monday. Make sure you are there. We'll have some WWE conversation mixed in as well. I thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for rocking with us. And you guys are all much, much appreciated. For myself and the man in black, the man they call Derek, we are out for this episode of Full Gear Review. Make sure you guys tune in next time when we are live. Thank you guys so much. We are out. One.